I'm very thirsty. Gotta get some water. Kind of creepy out here at night. I don't know what it was. Smells really good. All right, we're smoking. Ah! Yes! Here's the challenge. I am lost. I was on a day hike, drunk all my water. It is empty, and I am maybe 3 or 4 hours since the last time I saw the trail. I'm gonna be lost in this Texas wilderness in the winter for the next 3 days to see if I can survive with the little tools I have on me. I have an empty water bottle. I have a pocket knife, just a simple little pocket knife, and I have an emergency sleeping bag. That's all I have with me. I'm gonna see if I can survive for the next 3 days out here. I am excited. Let's see if we can do this. I've been wanting to do a challenge like this for a long time. I think we're gonna be able to do it. Now it is getting dark, so it makes me worry because it's supposed to get down into the low 30s tonight. So I need to make a shelter quick. I am excited to do this challenge. Let's see if we can survive 3 days in the Texas wilderness in the winter. Let's do this. All right, so first things first, I need to find a place to set up shelter. That's what I need to do quick because I can already feel the temperature is dropping and it is starting to get chilly out here. I'd say it's probably around 40 degrees right now. So I need to find me somewhere I can set up a camp, make some type of shelter, maybe a lean-to or something. A lot of fallen debris on the ground. I think I might be able to use that to make us something to sleep and hopefully survive the night, because if it gets too cold and I do not have a good shelter and this space blanket emergency sleeping bag doesn't work well, then we are in trouble and I'm gonna have to call for help. I don't want to do that. Let's see what we can do. All right guys, I'm excited. I think I might have found a good spot to set up right over here. Let's see, with all these vines, I think I'll be able to kind of make like a lean-to, maybe like a little pup tent. Just get a stick that goes down from the vine right there to the ground and then just kind of do cross beams on there. So that's my plan. That's what we're going to work on. Well, it just fell down some. I need to adjust how I'm making this thing. I think I was going a little too quick because the sun has now set. It's going to be dark soon and I want to survive the first night of the survival challenge with no food, no water, very limited supplies. I have no shelter. I got to get this going, so I'm going to come up with a different way. That vine was kind of too dead that I started this on, and it kind of gave out under the weight of these branches. So I got to figure out how else I'm going to get this up there. All right, guys, I think I figured out a solution, and it was right in front of me. It's going to be this log here. All right, so we're just going to transition our shelter real quick. This one's already standing. I don't know why I didn't think of this. I'm just going to make a different type of shelter. A little bit, I mean, it's kind of the same thing. I'm just going to stack here instead. All right, y'all, making much better progress on this one. You can see here, already covered it in leaves. Now I do need to work on this side over here, kind of complete this wall back here. So here's the inside so far. Looking pretty cozy. I need to put some fresh leaves down there and finish off this wall right here. I'm starting to get warm because I'm moving so quick. I need to try not to sweat because it's getting really cold out, but I'm warm. I don't know if you can tell, I'm starting to sweat a little bit, and I don't want to sweat because I'm going to be really cold tonight if I start sweating. I think we did it, guys. I think we got our shelter set up before night. I think we're going to be okay. So let's go around to the other side and let's get inside. Put it in our sleeping bag and see how it is. And here's this emergency sleeping bag. Never even pulled this thing out before. Hopefully this will do the trick. We're kind of counting on it. All right, this will be doable. I'm all the way in here. I tried to get this shelter as small as I could to try to keep my heat in here, because like I said, it's going to be low 30s tonight. I'm a little worried about that. I'll be able to cram in here a little more. With this emergency sleeping bag, I think I'm going to be in good shape. If I get too cold, I can just kind of push my head up in here. Whew. So I think this is going to work just fine. It did come with this little carrying case, which I'll just put up here for right now. I don't want to lose it. No water, no food, no shelter. We already have shelter now, so now we need to work on water and food tomorrow. And the only way we can do that is if we get fire. So, because I don't want to drink gross water, I'm out here for 3 days. I can survive without water. But if I were out here a long period of time, I'm gonna need water. I'm already thirsty now. I'm gonna have a hard time sleeping without water. I always like to drink some water before bed, so it's not going to be fun. But I think tomorrow we'll be able to get a fire going and hopefully get us some water. All right, I'm gonna go to bed. Oh, I just heard something. Woke me from my sleep. It was big. I don't know what it was. It's kind of creepy out here at night. Alright guys, something just woke me up. There's something going out here. Something moving around. It might have been coyotes. I heard some coyotes. It was big. I know there's boar out here too. It woke me from my sleep, whatever it was. Just in here sleeping and heard something walking around my shelter that I made, and it was big. I don't know what it was, but it was scary. So I'm going to try to go back to sleep. I haven't heard it in a minute. Hopefully I won't hear it anymore. There was something definitely out there. Hopefully it'll leave me alone. I need to get a good night's sleep. It's cold outside, but I'm pretty okay in here. It's dropping my body heat pretty good, so I'm liking this. I'm glad I brought this with me. A good tool to bring, good item to have. But I'll try to get some sleep for the rest of the night, and hopefully things will leave me alone the rest of the night. I'm tired. I'm thirsty. We got a long day tomorrow. All right. Good night. Good morning. Had a good night's sleep, considering it kind of warmed up, so I was able to take off my jacket here and use it as a pillow, which was nice. And lots of mosquitoes out here. They've been kind of bothering me, but it's nice to have this sleeping bag. I was able to kind of trap myself inside of it away from the bugs last night, so super thankful for that. Kind of rained last night a little bit, not enough to be able to collect any water, but my shelter did pretty good. I stayed dry under here, especially because of the sleeping bag that I have. Any water that did come through the shelter right here, because there are some gaps you can see, any water that came through there, the sleeping bag was able to deflect it off my body, so that was good. So very happy with this. I'm super thirsty. I'm wrinkly. Need to get up and get some water. So I'm looking for some dry wood. I like cedar trees. They are really good for starting a fire, and So if I can find a good cedar tree, use their bark, be able to start a fire, it'll be great. Yucca, if I can find a yucca plant out here, or the tree stalk of a yucca plant, that's really good for starting a fire too. So just hopefully I'll be able to find something dry out here to be able to get this fire going. Since it rained last night, I'm gonna want as dry and dead as I can find, so I'm gonna keep looking. All right guys, I did find something interesting. This is kind of cool. Let me show you this. See these markings on this tree? Something has been gnawing at this tree. Kind of looks like a beaver. I don't know. I know we are close to a creek, but I don't know what else would do this to a tree. Kind of cool. All right, you guys, I think we might have got lucky. I think I just found a completely dead cedar tree right here. Looks dead all the way up, which is gonna be awesome because the whole thing is probably gonna be mostly dry, which I hope. So I'm gonna work on this, see if we can get something to start a fire with this. Wow. This whole thing just came down. I don't think it was a branch of a tree. It looks like it had roots and stuff here. Kind of interesting. Good luck for me. Now I can just drag this whole thing back to my camp and be able to work on this. All right guys, we got it. We're almost back to camp. This was a super great find. Very excited about this tree that I'm pulling back here. Really think we're gonna be able to get something going with this. All right, I'm back at the shelter. You can see here, got our tree. I'm gonna start working on this. I need to go find a rock or something to be able to hammer my pocket knife into here to be able to split this wood. Then I'll clear out a little section here to be able to start a fire without creating a forest fire, and hopefully we'll be able to get this going. The forest fire is like far in the future. I just want a little coal for right now. Just hopefully we'll be able to make a coal, and I think we'll be able to make it happen. I'm gonna try to make a bow drill. So I've come down to the creek. There's a creek over here, and I found some rocks I think we're gonna be able to use. I already see a turtle down there in the water. If this were a extended, it's a pretty big turtle. Let me show you. Like I was saying, if this was an extended, that guy's huge. This was an extended of a survival challenge, I'd probably try to catch him or something and eat him. But it's not, and I can live 3 days without food. I am going to try to make some traps, but I don't think I need to catch a turtle. I don't need something that big. But well, as we get hungrier, maybe I'll change my mind. Maybe we'll go after the turtle. I don't know. But I found a pretty good rock here, and then another rock right here. That should be good for being able to bang our pocket knife and be able to split this wood. I got my rocks. I'm going to start working on this wood. Got my pocket knife. Clear out a little area. It's all wet. I don't know if you guys can see that. This is going to make this way more challenging with all this being wet. Bugs. And it's getting hot. I'm going to scrape this bark. This bark is great for being able to start fires. So I'm going to collect as much of this bark as I can. Alright guys, I've worked just about the whole tree as getting as much bark as I can off of here. I've got a pretty good pile. So I've got a bunch of this bark here. This is all just like red cedar. And I just kind of break it up. Get it really stringy. That's what I'm going to be working on now. I'm just kind of working it. I want to get it a bunch of little fibers is what I'm trying to do. Man, this is wet, guys. I can feel it. I don't know how well this is going to go. All right, we got lots of my cedar from that tree. Here's a pile I've been working on. Here's a more dry pile. So I kind of did this. This one's a little wet. I'm trying to let it air out and dry out. But I want enough of this so that when I catch a spark, I'm going to put in the driest one first. I'm going to make like a little bird's nest out of this. And then I'll have all this as backup to be able to keep the fire going, and then sticks and twigs around me. Looks successful, guys. Yes. 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 Smells really good. Came out really well. I think I have a few options to use, which is good. Yes. Look at that. All right, now I got another stick from that tree. I'm gonna make my spindle. It's what will go back and forth like if I were doing a hand drill. And I think I found a good piece right here. Got another cedar stick for the bow. Now this one doesn't have to be cedar. I just like cedar because it's kind of strong and it's pretty straight. I'm just gonna fix this up some. And I like how it has the fork right here. I'll be able to tie my string onto here. And if you're thinking, well, what kind of string is he gonna use? Let me show you. Every time you go on a hike, something everyone's always going to have is boots, shoes, something with strings in them. So I'm going to use my shoestrings from these boots to make this bow drill, or to make the bow. Okay, I think we're good. Shoelaces now. And it's going to work. I had the string a little too tight. Woo, it's getting warm. We're already smoking. I don't know if y'all can see that, which is a very good sign. Love the smell. So now you can see I'm already getting a burn on here. You can see that. So I'll chop that off, start with fresh wood. Then right here, smells good. You can already see where it's starting to burn here. So now I'm gonna cut me a little pizza slice in here. This is where all of our dust is going to form, and that dust is going to get a little ember in there, is what we want. That looks about right. You see that little pizza slice I made in here? And that hole is going to get a little bigger as the stick starts to go down a little more. I also have this rock. I went down to the creek and got a rock, and it has a little hole or a little divot right here. I'm going to use that for the part for my hand that holds onto the stick. Hardly any pressure right now. Not very much pressure. I'm just working my hole, getting my hole bigger, melting up that sap some. Starting to be able to smell it. Slow and steady right now as we're increasing the heat. Starting to see some smoke. Starting to go a little faster. Oh, so close. It's still smoking. All right, we're smoking. Man, we were smoking good. Let's see. Nothing. Ah. No. Smoking. No. We were so close. Yet again. No, my stick broke. Ugh. All right, I'm getting frustrated. This isn't working, so I'm gonna go find a different spindle, maybe something a little fatter, so that create a little more friction. My old karate teacher used to say, friction produces heat, which produces what? We would all say, power! But this time it's gonna be fire. We're gonna produce fire, try to get a little more friction. I might even try a different type of wood, because why keep doing the same thing if it's not working? So maybe some other wood, some different types, and see what we can do. Maybe a different board at the bottom, a hearth board, and we'll just try a few different methods. Hopefully we'll be able to get it going with maybe a different type of wood or a fatter piece of wood. It's starting to get chilly. A cool breeze just blew in. I think it dropped about 10 degrees in the past, I don't know, 10 minutes. And it's supposed to get chilly this weekend while I'm out here. It's supposed to get down into the low 30s. Maybe even lower than that, so hopefully it won't, but I can feel it blowing in now. It's starting to get cold, so let's go find that material. All right, you guys, I'm out here searching for some more material, and it's still getting chilly, so I put my jacket back on. I found a stick. I don't know what kind of wood it is, but it's like a good size, so I might try this. It's pretty dead, but look what else I just found. Very cool. I don't know if you guys can see this. Let's move in a little closer. Oh. Through these stickers. Look at these bones. Pretty cool. I'm trying to think if I'll be able to use this. Looks like a shoulder bone. There's a skull. Might be able to use it to hold the top part of my stick. I don't know what kind of germs we got in here or how tough a skull is. But I don't like germs. I don't want to get sick, but if I can use it, I might. I don't know. Maybe this. Oh, we're going to take some of this back. Try to use it, maybe. Walking through here, guys, look what I see. Looks like more signs of that beaver, or whatever this is. All I can think is a beaver would do something like this. One tree's gone. Look at that other one, almost gone. You can see over there, those little ones are gone. And then back here, totally gone. I think that must be a beaver. It's great news. You won't ever believe it. Me and my bones combined, we were able to find yucca. So this guy, these are great. These leaves are awesome. Unfortunately, there's no stock here, but I'm gonna keep looking around and see if I can find one with like the little tree that grows out of the middle of it. But these are great for creating cordage and stuff. I'll probably grab a few of these leaves here. Also, if you're hungry, you can eat the roots. They're kind of like a potato. So I might even do that because I am starting to get hungry. But first I need to get this fire going. I need to find, hopefully, a stalk of one of these yuccas. I see quite a few of them out here. You can see these. Some more over here. Kind of buried. It must have flooded over here and buried all these guys. This might be a stalk here. Just hard to tell. Let's see if we can get through this. Ugh. All right, here we go, guys. This is what I'm talking about. See this yucca right here? Look at this little one right here. See that stick coming out of the middle of it? It's like a tree, and it produces like little flowers. It produces, I guess, more yucca plants, but this stalk right here is great for starting a fire. I'm gonna try to use this and grab a few of these leaves to come with us. So yes, super excited we got this. I'm gonna collect this right now. Get the sun out of my face so y'all can see me. And I think we'll be able to create a fire using this. That's what counts. At least I started to do something. Nothing. Man, I was giving it a good go. It was smoking good, but I think my notch wasn't quite big enough. Thought we had it. Thought we had it. So close. We had a coal for just a second. All right, I got some different woods to try. Snap, this guy might be too dead. Getting good smoke already, which is good. Might switch bones because this one's starting to fracture on me. It's getting, oh look, I wore a hole through it. You're a good bone. This one's fresh, no hole in here. I'm still gonna double up on my sleeve. Nothing. It's exhausting. So close, man. I can't get it to ignite. Is what's so frustrating. Trial number 103. When at first you don't succeed, try again. That's what they say anyway. Alright, you guys, I am not having any luck making a fire today. So I'm out looking for some other types of material because the cedar on cedar isn't working. I've tried yucca on cedar, it's not working. Need to find something else to hopefully that will work to make this fire because it's getting cold. It's probably dropped another 20 degrees and now it's starting to get like misty out, like rainy, misty. It sprinkled there for a minute. So I'm gonna look around a little bit, see if I can find some other types of wood. But with it being misty and starting to rain, I don't think I'm gonna have any luck making this bow drill fire today. So I have another idea. I'm going to maybe throw out my emergency sleeping bag, see if it might rain enough to be able to catch some water on there. So at least I can get a drink for today because I'm thirsty. It's not hot anymore, at least. You know, I'm pretty chilly. I put my jacket back on, but I need some water. So we're gonna throw that out, lay it on the ground and see if it'll catch anything. Hopefully it'll rain enough to be able to fill that up at least a little bit, be able to give me a little bit of quench of my thirst. So we'll do that, look around for some sticks, and even though I don't think we're gonna be able to get this bow drill going right now with it rainy and whatnot, but I'm already out here. I'm gonna look for some different types of wood and then go throw my sleeping bag on the ground before hopefully it rains again. So while I'm out here looking for some different types of sticks, which I might have just found a good one, I want to show you guys this real quick. It's a game trail, maybe for deer or rabbits, but I might put a trap out here later. Kind of need a fire to be able to cook anything though, but let me see if you guys can see how this game trail is. You guys see this right here? Just kind of worn down. I don't know if you can tell from the angle of this video. It just kind of goes right through here. You can tell something little is walking. Oh, here's even some prints. I don't know if you guys can see this right here. Some little prints. Maybe a little deer print. Or here's even something else. Might even be squirrels or something. Probably not squirrels. It looks too pronounced for just squirrels. So probably deer or rabbits going through here. Which a rabbit, we can make a good trap for that. Alright, we are back at camp. It did sprinkle a little more as I was on my way back. But just gonna grab this out and I'm gonna throw it on the ground Get out of here. I'm gonna throw this on the ground and try to collect some of this mist. Hopefully we'll be able to collect some of this. All right, I put some rocks on the sides. Now I'm going to, I can see there's an obvious angle, so I'm gonna put some stuff under here and here to try to make like a lip so that if it does collect water, it doesn't just rush out. That's what I'm gonna work on now. All right, there we go. That should hold. Hopefully it will rain enough to be able to give us a little bit of water I can drink from there. All right, so I got some sticks and I got this rock. And how this trap works is it's a figure 4 deadfall trap. And I'm just going to make like a little trigger system. And it will go under here. When the bait or whatever is touched, the rock will fall. And I've been successful with this. I've killed birds and small animals with like a size rock like this. It might get a mouse or something. It's not a great one. I need a larger rock or something, but that's what I'm going to work on right now. All right, guys, while I've been making this deadfall trap, I decided to come check my water catch, and a little bit excited. Have a little bit of water in there, so I'm going to drink this up real quick and then get back to making the deadfall trap. So. Well, I still got my water collecting over here, which is good. I have my trap done. I'm gonna set this up on the rabbit trap, or the rabbit trail that we found. Hopefully it's a rabbit trail. Right where they walk. So, this here, here. There you go. It's a delicate balance. It could fall very easily. And just put some bait right here. Once it's baited, if anything touches that, it's going to all fall apart. And hopefully this will fall and squish what's under it. And it's very hit or miss with these traps because sometimes they can fall just from wind or just the balance being off just a little bit with gravity and it'll fall. But I have been successful with them. I've caught a few birds, squished a couple of little birds, and something's better than nothing, so I'll take it. And it's getting cold out here. I don't know if you guys can see the mist, but it is misting a lot, and I'm cold, and I'm going to go back, try to collect the rest of the water, and then probably call it a night, get in my shelter, and just hunker down for the night. So hopefully this will produce something by tomorrow. We're right in the trail. There's no bait on it right now. Need to get some acorns or something put all around it. So we're gonna do that and then be done for today. All right, so for the bait, I went and got a little piece of cactus, and I'm worried about putting it actually on there because it might all fall on me. I might just put it to the side, I don't know. Well, that was scary. It didn't fall though, so I'm in luck. Got a little piece down here, which might catch a rabbit or something as they're coming. They might see it, and then they'll see the bigger piece up here and hopefully try to pull it off, which will set off this whole trap. And hopefully we'll get a kill out of this and be able to eat something probably tomorrow. So we'll check back on this later. All right, guys, I'm back. Got a little more water in here. I'm going to try to collect it in my water bottle just so I can sip on this tonight while I'm going to bed, because I hate going to bed thirsty. And once I collect all this water, then I'm going to grab my sleeping bag, get back in the shelter, and call it a night. So I'm going to try to collect as much of this as I can. Not a lot, but it's better than nothing. Not much, but we got a little bit. Let's see if y'all can see that. A little bit of dirt too. Remember the old saying, God made dirt so dirt can't hurt. Now don't hold me to that, but it's gonna be a little bit of survival. I got my 2 ounces. I'm pretty happy, and I'm cold. I'm going to bed. I'm gonna grab this. Don't fly away. Let's get in the shelter. All right, you can see my shelter is pretty dry, which is great. Little spot right here where it must be leaking. Might throw some more debris on top of that, but I think I'll be okay just being in this sleeping bag. Whew. All right, you guys, wish me luck. It's gonna be a cold night. I think we'll be okay. I'm gonna call it a night, and I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning from my emergency sleeping bag. It was a long night. Very, very cold. Not comfortable at all. I was freezing, but I did not die, thankfully, due to this emergency sleeping bag. Without this, I would have had to call it quits for sure. It had to be in the low 30s last night. It was just freezing, and luckily I had this. I chose to bring this with me. Otherwise, we would have called this challenge quits. So I'm gonna get up. This is the last day I'm out here. I still want to try to make a fire, just because that's one of the challenges I was wanting to do while I was out here, or one of my goals, I should say. It's one of my goals to get a fire going while I was out here. So I'm still gonna work on that. Okay, I'm out of my sleeping bag, and it is super cold out here. So what I'm gonna do is going to cut into my emergency sleeping bag, kind of make it like a poncho, and throw it on over this. Hopefully try to keep some of my body heat, and just make me a little more comfortable so we can work better. So just gonna cut some holes in the top for my head and my arms, and then put it on me like a poncho. I don't think I'm gonna win any fashion awards, but it's gonna keep me a little warmer. All right, so I do want to try to get this fire going today. I'm gonna try another method, and it's gonna involve this yucca, and I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna do it. I need to scrape some of these leaves and just get down to the fibers, so that's what I'm gonna work on now. Just like this, and I want to get as much green off as I can, so that this will dry out really quick. And I'm just going to separate all these fibers, try to let them dry really quick. Probably put them inside my shirt to help have my body heat help dry these.
fibers out.
I'm gonna work on this a little more, try to get it even more stringy, so that it's like a bunch of little threads. That's what we're gonna try to do. So I came back by the creek. I'm looking for something to be able to use with this yucca to be able to start this fire. I just want to show you guys this. Look at beavers or something doing something big over here. Look, we got this tree. It's a cedar. It's dead. I don't know if a beaver got to that or what. Something just eating the bark maybe. And then got this one over here. Got this one right here. What's doing that? It's just killing all these trees. I don't see any dams down there in the creek. Might be able to use that piece of wood. Another one. But there's a creek down here, but I don't see where they're damming it up or anything. Like, look at this tree right here. He knocked it down, but he didn't pull it down to the creek. It's pretty cool looking. I'm gonna collect these pieces of wood that have, oh my goodness, washed up from this creek whenever it's flooded. I think this is gonna work. Came down to the creek to find large flat rocks, but I think this wood might work actually. It's pretty flat. Two pieces. I might see if I can find any more. And I'll be doing a rudiger roll is what I'm planning on doing. What you do, you look for flat stones and you get this yucca and you put it in between and you kind of roll it back and forth and it creates friction inside there. And you can create a coal that way. I don't know if it'll work with wood or not. I don't see why not, I guess. So that's what we're gonna try. Seems I found some wood, we're gonna try that. All right, I have the wood I collected that washed up on the creek. And here's my yucca. This is about 4 yucca leaves from this yucca that I just, still kind of wet. I'm not sure how well this is gonna work with it wet, but the sun's not out. Man, it's freezing. So we just kind of bunch this up, just kind of like this. Then I'm going to set it on here. Then I'm going to use, that ain't going to work. I'll try this side. I'm just going to roll it back and forth. Feels too wet. So it still feels very wet. If there's somewhere out, this would dry out with no trouble. But it's just so wet out here, man. Even this, I'm not sure how great this is gonna work. I'm gonna try it again. I thought I had it. Ugh. It's getting kind of too worn out, but you can see where it's had a little burn in there. Might be able to use this one a few more times, but it's still warm, but I think the cool went out. It was working. All right, so this one's about shot. This one's about shot. You can see how it gets all toasty in there. It was doing pretty good. I'm gonna use this for the inside of this one. Come on. We're almost there. Oh. Oh. We're not out of the woods yet. Yes! Finally! Yes! It was so hard. Everything is so wet out here. Finally! It's going to get burnt finally. So excited. Took 2 days, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. We finally got it going. Right on my last day, as I'm going to hike out, I'll be able to go down to the creek, fill up my water bottle with some water, put it over this fire once I get some good coals going, be able to get me some water. So that's awesome. Extremely happy about that. And I'm gonna let this fire kind of settle down, get to where I can maintain it easy, and then I'm gonna go check my trap. So that method, that was called the rudiger roll, is what that's called. You can look it up on YouTube, and you can do it also with cedar bark, but it's a lot harder. That yucca was pretty wet, so that was pretty darn hard all on its own. But it's a rudiger roll, and it's one of my most successful fire making methods. And that one even, I was doubting it because the yucca, everything's just so wet. I wasn't able to get it to dry. But finally got it. I might put this yucca root on this fire and try to eat it real quick. Alright you guys, I am on my way to the creek to fill up the water bottle. I'll get some water before I hike out. And on the way, I am stopping to see if my deadfall trap has been set. I just got here and it has, so I'm going to look under here, see if we got anything. That would be awesome to have a meal also with the water for our hike out. So let's check under here. Okay, here's the trap. You can see where it fell. There's our bait. Something for sure came by here. Let's just see if we're lucky. Nothing. Oh, so sad. Down here, I'm gonna fill this up. It's gonna be so nice to have a drink. I've had maybe 4 ounces the whole time I've been out here. That little bit that I collected with this emergency sleeping bag. Yummy. All right, while this gets ready, I'm gonna go look for some more food to put on there. I'm probably gonna get some more of that cactus, throw it on here, give me a little more energy for my hike out. All right, got my cactus. It is freezing out here. Get back to my fire and warm my hands. And this cactus looks pretty dead, probably because it's so cold out here. I don't know. Hopefully, it will taste good to eat. Bow drill is going to come in handy after all. This is the bow, if y'all remember. It's almost as good as cooking weenies. Check out my yucca. Not sure if, man, it's cold. Not sure if I got enough of the root to actually be able to eat, but I'm hoping so. We're gonna find out. It tastes like soap. I don't like eating soap. Disgusting. Hopefully the cactus will be better. I'm trying to think what this tastes like. So it kind of tastes like, man, I don't even know. Kind of like a watermelon rind, I guess. Well guys, we got a nice boil going. I'm gonna give this a few more minutes to boil. Our water has been boiling for about 10 minutes. I'm gonna get it off here. I'm just gonna let it cool off. We'll have that for the hike out and we are good. Just gonna warm up by the fire while it cools off, and then I'm gonna clean up camp. We're gonna get out of here. You know, this fire was so hard to get going and such an accomplishment. I was so happy to get it going that now we're just gonna put it out. It just feels wrong. You know, it was such hard work, but now gotta hike out of here. I wanna go get a real meal at home and have some coffee or something once I get back. It is cold out here. I'm gonna put out this fire and we're gonna hike out. All right, you guys, that is it for this challenge. I did it. I survived 3 days out here in the cold Texas wilderness. It was freezing and I would not have made it without this emergency survival sleeping bag. For sure, this saved my life out here. And you know, the #1 cause of death in a crisis situation is exposure. Over 5,000 people die each year in just America from exposure. It's having one of these is critical. You need to put one of these in your car. If you would like one of these, I'll leave a link down in the description below. You can go over to my page. I'll give you a special discount on this emergency sleeping bag from Sierra Madre. And it comes in this little carrying case, which is nice. You can just stick it in your glove box in the car. It is very nice. It is 7 feet long by 3 feet wide, so this is gonna fit most people out there. Just stick a few of these for your family in your car. You won't regret it. So I'm gonna grab my water. I'm gonna hike out, go home, have some nice coffee and a nice meal, get rehydrated. And until the next challenge, guys, I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, leave it a thumbs up and subscribe for more awesome videos. We'll see y'all next time.